Good morning, everyone. It's Brenda Quintana, and today I'm going to share with you how to make a really cute birthday card that kind of looks like a birthday cake, and it has this happy topper. Let me explain, or let me show you. So here's the card, and the word happy is on top, and then I'm using the happy dies to do that. So the hinge of the card is also the happy. So you can kind of see how this card hinges open. So it's kind of a fun fold. And the front of the card kind of looks like a birthday cake. So this card is not hard to do at all, but there are a few tricks to it. So I decided I would do a video for you all. And so I will get started. Now, this cute card has a matching box that goes with it that I'm going to do a video for tomorrow. So make sure you check me out. I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, and I will show you how to make the matching box. And so then this card and this the matching box will have a project sheet that will go out to my email list subscribers on Saturday. So make sure you are a subscriber. You can click down below in the description of this video. There's a way to subscribe to my email list. If you're already a subscriber, no worries, you're going to get it. It's for everyone that is a subscriber. All right, let me flip my camera over so it's facing downward. Oh, and if you stay tuned to the end of this video, I'll show you a sneak peek of the box that I'm making tomorrow. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the products that I use for this card. I'm using the So Much Happy bundle, and that has the So Much Happy stamp set and the Happy dies. Now, if you buy these two together, you can save 10% as a bundle. Let me just flip up my mic. Sorry for the clunk. Just let me make sure my mic is on the correct mic. Okay, good. So yeah, just if you can buy things in a bundle, you can save 10%. I really like the coordination between these two because this die only has the happy, so you need something to kind of pair that with. So on the inside of this card, I use the happy and the birthday from this stamp set. You could just do happy from here, use the die cut up here and then put birthday underneath it. But I thought just to reiterate down here, so it kind of goes happy birthday. So it's kind of fun. The inside also looks kind of neat. So let me show you how I created this. So you're going to need a card base, and I'm using thick whisper white here. You will want to start with a piece that is 11 inches by 4¼ inches, and then I scored it in half at the 5½ inch mark. You will need a die cutting machine, and I'm just going to use the one that I have here, and we're going to use the happy die. Now, normally this die, you can cut kind of in the middle of a piece of cardstock. But the cool thing is, if I put this right at the edge of my fold, it's going to have a crease right there. So that's kind of cool. So I've got my plate that's down here. The fold of the card is right here. And I'm going to put my happy right up along the edge. So right where the H meets this piece right here, that's where I'm going to put the fold of the card. Okay, so I'm just trying to find, might have to shift this a little bit, just trying to find so that there's enough space on either side so that it's centered. Okay, and then I'll put my second cutting plate on top, and now we're going to run this through. Okay, so
So let's take a look at this. I'm going to peel this off and look how cool this is. Now, if this doesn't cut through all the way through your first time, there's a really easy solution to that. I could have just run it back. Since it's cutting through 2 sheets of cardstock at the same time, it might need a little extra help. So if you forget to do it like me, just kind of feel your way back. See, this piece was cut, but some of these other ones might not come through. Just feel your way back so that everything is back into where it was. Place this back down and then just run it through one more time because it is coming through 2 sheets. Normally it just would be easier if you ran it through so it goes to the die and then run it back instead of doing what I did, removing it. It's good that I did that by accident so you could see how to fix it really easily. So I'm done with this die, and then all you need to do is remove all the little pieces, and it's going to create the little topper. I'm removing these slowly because I don't want them to drop all over my machine. Just one more on the inside. Okay, so that's really easy, right? And now it opens up like that. So I want to create some icing while I have my die cutting machine out. So let's just do that really quickly while I have my die cutting machine here. So I've got 2 pieces of purple posy cardstock that I've cut to 4 1/4 by 1 inch. And we're going to take this die right here that looks kind of like a scallop. And we're going to use this in 2 different spots. So I'm going to kind of just put this on here. It helps a little bit, especially I'm using my magnetic platform. It's shifting around a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of have it go through on an angle. I'm putting the edge of my die down here. And so that's going to create a nice thick layer of icing. Let me run that through. And I'm not trying to be 100% symmetrical here because I want the icing to kind of look freeform. Okay, so that's my first bit of icing. So I'll throw away this piece. Now let me take the same size cardstock, and now I'm going to shift this over to this side. Again, you might not have a magnetic platform, so you might not have the same issue as me here with the shifting of the die. But I just want to kind of create a different kind of icing look. So 2 different spots in the die so that you're kind of creating a different look for the icing layers. All right, let me put this away. Now I'll just tuck my Big Shot away too. All right, so we've got these icing layers, and now I need a piece of designer series paper, and this one measures 4 1/4 by 4 3/8. I'll bring my card base back in. Just make sure before you add this that it is indeed the right size. You're going to want to make sure that the bottom is covered. If there's a little gap at the top, that's fine because we're going to use this icing to cover that up. So let's take a little bit of Tombow and we'll put it on this piece. So when I made this card the first time, I had some scraps of this paper, some 4 1/4 inch by 2 inch scraps. So I actually kind of placed them on here, and I was able to use the scraps instead of using this whole piece of designer series paper. But if you have a big enough piece of designer series paper, then go ahead and use, this is 4 1/4 by 4 3/8, just to make it easy on yourself. What I did is I had a 2 inch spot here and a 2 inch spot here, and I was able to move the icing so it covered the break in the in the paper. So that was just a creative way to do that. So I want to add this piece right here, and I need to make myself a little pencil mark so I know how far up to go, because I'm going to add a little bit of ribbon. So the top of the icing is going to be right at the 2 1/8 inch mark from the bottom. So I'm going to use that little pencil mark as a guide. And I'll take my first bit of icing and I'm just going to run it across here. Make sure it's straight. You can kind of keep it straight by this side piece right here. And then we'll do the second bit of icing. And you can, of course, use whatever paper you want and choose different colors of icing. That's the neat thing with this card. You can, make it with what paper you have on hand. This paper is called, I think it's Playful Patterns or Playing with Patterns. If I don't have the right paper, just scoot over to my blog. Just look at the description of the video down below and click on over to my blog, and it will have all the supplies that I use. There's so many different supplies in my head, and they all sound a little bit the same. So after a while, all the names start to sound similar. So, okay, so I've got those icing pieces on there. And now I'm just going to use some Misty Moonlight ribbon to tie along here. And Misty Moonlight is one of the colors in this paper. So I'll just make sure that I have enough ribbon. And then I'm going to tie this. Grab my little tweezers. So wrap this around, make the first knot, and then I'm going to come in, let me make it just a little bit over here. Don't want it quite close to the edge. And then I'm going to lock it into place with my locking tweezers. Didn't get a good spot on that knot. Let me re-knot that. Let me tweeze the knot. And now I can come in and trying to decide how I want this. Okay, like this. And then play with the knot just a little bit. And see, doesn't that look nice when you've got those tweezers to hold down the knot while you're tying it? Okay. And then I'm just going to come in and cut my little ends on an angle to make them look prettier. So that is the front of the card. And now for the inside of the card, when you open this up, it just looks a little bit plain. So I thought I would add a little bit of paper and stamp happy birthday. So I've got two little pieces of paper right here, and they're from the same paper pack, just a different pattern. And these are 4 1/4 by about 1/2 inch. So I'm just gonna add these at the top and the bottom. So they just help anchor this inside piece. Kind of make it look a bit like a cake on the inside too. And then a little bit of Tombow here. Let me turn this around. Okay. And then we just need to stamp happy birthday on the inside. So I'm using my Misty Moonlight ink pad. And I've got actually I could put happy and birthday on the same block, but I had them for a different project. I had them separate. So I've got them on different blocks right now. So just kind of line up your happy where you want it and then stamp it down right in the center. And then I've got my little birthday, and I'm just gonna fit that right underneath there, like that. And that is the card. Let me just move this out of the way. So you can see right here, we've got the happy, and it kind of looks like a cake. And then when you open it up, you've kind of got a, well, it kind of looks a little bit like a cake on the inside too, but it's kind of neat because the fold, the happy is also the fold. So it's a little bit different of a card, and it doesn't take very long at all to make. So isn't that kind of fun? So I promised you I would share a little sneak peek of the box that matches this. So, ready? It's a little happy box. So it's a slider box that holds 4 Hershey's Nuggets. And doesn't it look cute matching with the card? So it makes a cute little card set. And I stamped birthday right underneath there. So tomorrow I'm going to show you how to make this matching box. So make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, I am back, guys. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And if you like my videos, make sure you subscribe to my channel. You'll see my little face down in the corner of the videos. If you click on that, that brings up the subscribe information. And if you click on the little bell, then you'll receive notifications when I go live on the YouTube channel. So I hope if you need any supplies, this is a great month to get them because for every $50 you spend with Stampin' Up, they're going to give you a $5 coupon that you can use in August. And then, of course, I have my own special going on this month. If you use my host code, which is also down below, you can get a a pack of my designer series paper that I've cut into cute little 6x6 packs of designer series paper. It's retired paper. It's the patterns are random, so I will send you. I've got them all cut up, so you'll get whatever pack that I put in your parcel as your little thank you gift. So that is also for every $50 you spend. And of course, if you purchase at least $15 from me, you'll get one of my free exclusive tutorials that people usually pay to get, but you'll get one of those for free. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for my little happy box. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.